Good morning, everybody, and welcome back. It's time for another edition of Matter of Finance. Joining me for this week's edition is Callie Barge. She's a licensed life and health broker over at Thompson-Hamel. Callie, good morning. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So happy to have you back on. So what are we going to be talking about for this edition of Matter of Finance?
Well, Joey, if you were to go skiing this weekend, downhill skiing, and something were to happen, maybe you'd break a bone and you can't come into work for about 3 months, what do you think would happen?
Definitely some financial struggles. If I couldn't pay my bills, if I couldn't work and make money, it definitely would not be good. And then eventually I'd probably have to, go to mom and dad for some financial assistance, which I would never want to do that. So
Right. So did you know that that half working Americans couldn't make it a month until financial difficulties would set in due to an injury or illness?
Wow, I mean, that seems like a lot. I mean, so what is your suggestion that, if I were to go downhill skiing, break my leg, which is very possible with my skill set. So if I were to do that, what do you suggest I would do if that happened?
I'm glad you asked. Actually, I would suggest considering disability income insurance. It actually pays you a monthly benefit if you were to be disabled for a period of time.
Wow, I mean, that sounds very important. And is that even something someone my age should be concerned about?
Yes, definitely. That's why I find it beneficial. Working for Thompson-Hamel, I've realized the importance of knowing about insurance at a young age. Our generation tends to think, why do I need that? But we don't know what tomorrow can bring. And what if you can't pay your bills? You're stuck, and that's what we rely on a paycheck for. But we need to make sure we have that security to fall back on in case something were to happen.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're right, our generation, they don't really want to work on spending that extra money, especially when they think they might have some through work.
Exactly, right. Which brings me to say that even though someone may be covered through work, one, it's not portable. If you were to ever leave your job, that security, you can't take that with you. And two, it's usually not enough coverage. Usually you get about 60% of your salary, and on top of that you may be taxed 20%. So that only leaves you with 40%, which usually isn't enough.
And you make some really good points here, Callie. How would I know how much would be right for me in my specific situation?
So I would just need to know some basic information about you. Everyone's situation is different. I would just need to know your date of birth, what you do for work, your what you make. You could just call me at 764-3302, and I'd be happy to help you.
Awesome. And of course, you can meet with clients either at the office or even in their homes.
Exactly.
All right. Well, Callie, thank you so much for coming on for this week's edition.
Thank you.
And don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this.